Hi guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe for more Pixelmator Pro tutorials every week. So today, I'll show you 3 different ways to create shadows in Pixelmator Pro. We're talking about simple drop shadows, surrounding shadows, and a custom freestyle shadow. Here's how we do it.
Let's start with the easiest one. We have this text layer right here for a YouTube thumbnail. To add a shadow, select the layer and press S to bring out the style panel. Then enable the shadow. We instantly create a shadow behind the text. Now let's talk about the settings. You will see opacity controls how visible the shadow is. Blur controls how soft the shadow becomes. Distance controls how far away the shadow is from the object. And this little knob right here controls the shadow direction. One trick I always use is matching the shadow direction to the lighting in the image. For example, if the sunlight is coming from the right side, the shadow should fall towards the left. This method is perfect for quickly making your text stand out in YouTube thumbnails, poster, or any kind of graphic design. But as you can see, the shadow can only fall into one direction.
What if you want a softer shadow that goes around the object instead of casting on the side? If you have watched this video about creating glowing effect, you will find this trick interesting. And if you haven't, check it out.
For this example, I have this cutout subject. First, duplicate the layer using Command J. Rename the bottom layer as shadow. Let's pick a color for the shadow first with the Style tool, shortcut for S. In this panel, let's enable the fill and pick black for now. Now press F to bring out the effect panel. Go to Add Effect, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Now let's adjust the radius to control the spreading. At this point, it still looks more like a glow than a shadow. You can choose the blend mode between multiply if you want a softer option or linear burn for a sharper shadow effect. Now lower the opacity until it feels natural. And you can use the move tool by pressing V to slightly offset the shadow or even move it away from the object. The tips for this shadow trick is to pick the darker color from the background as your shadow color. It creates a much softer and more realistic shadow effect. Now let's move to the most powerful method. This is the technique I use whenever I need complete control. Let's say I have this lady and I want to put her in a new background. Of course, she doesn't have any shadow and it looks really stickerish. A normal drop shadow or a surrounding shadow won't work in this case. So here's what we'll do. Create a new layer using Shift Command N. Rename it Shadow. Press B to bring out the brush tool, and we will adjust the brush shape to a horizontal ellipse. And sample a darker color from the environment instead of using pure black, because in real life, shadows are rarely completely black. Now start painting the shadow manually.
Well, don't worry if it looks ugly at first. Mine always does.
Once you've painted the shape, lower the opacity, then change the blend mode to multiply. Already looks much better. But let's make it even more realistic. Press F to bring out the effects panel. Go to Add Effect, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Now slowly adjust the radius. You can see the edges become softer and blend naturally into the environment. This method gives you complete control over shape, direction, intensity, softness, which makes it perfect for realistic composites and advanced photo manipulation.
So which shadow method should you use? Personally, I use all of them. Let me know in the comments which way you like the most. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Pixelmator Pro tutorials every week. And you will find this video useful, so give it a watch. I'm Sammy and I'll see you in the next one.